What? That's pretty far away.
Let's grind some hype.
Yeesh. Ah, crap. I wish I was in. Hopefully I make it. Will I make it? Crap. I'm not going to be able to. I have to land right here.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. Wait a second. Third controller, are you watching my stream?
Are there just one person?
Yeah, there's just one person.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm super happy that the old pistol's finally faulted.
Yeah. It's kind of, the pistol's kind of...
I can agree. But the new one's less, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to end stream, but I really want to tell you something. But then people might hate it.
Ow, my gosh, I got lasered.
Don't tell you what's gonna happen in the live event.
They're shaking down what?
So what leakers have found it out, or what they think is gonna happen. Hang on, let me get this clear real quick. Okay, they're just flat out spammers. Anyways, so what leakers think is that the like circle that, or the orb that the Q queen is in, what she's gonna do is that there's supposed to be a laser beam that's gonna shoot up into the sky, which is gonna make the sideways bubble over the whole entire island. Because if you didn't know, the sideways monsters cannot leave their like sideways bubble, and if they do, what happens is, well, they die. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna make the whole entire island a sideways bubble. Then she's gonna take over the island.
Yeah.
But something I'm really confused about is how is it that Sloan can just reset something? Like, she somehow resets builds and stuff, but the island doesn't reset, which means that they can control what happens on the island. Yeah. Which means that why is the Q Queen still on our island? Shouldn't she be way gone?
True. Maybe.
Unless if they don't care.
Oh. That's smart.
That's an IQ. Because the reason why she's not off this island already, that means that this time we're actually gonna lose.
Oh. That's
terrifying. Yeah, it is terrifying. Which also proves the point that we're gonna go into a new chapter. And it all lines up when you think about it. Because this chapter has officially crossed the amount of days by like a week or two.
Yeah.
So they would have to actually release us into chapter 2 early.
Yeah.
And also, not just that, you can't forget that Season X was stuff being brought back. Stuff was coming back. Well, guess what? The cubes come back this season. What is a coincidence? Unless if this season is technically like a Season X.
Yeah.
You can't forget that some of her items actually say So her staff says something like, this staff has killed other realities, and soon this island will join them.
Yeah.
Other items would say like different stuff, but that proves the point that we're actually going to a new chapter. Another thing is, this season will end on December 25th, which lines up exactly with Christmas. Which means 20 more days before Christmas, which makes it, well, able for the whole entire new season to be Christmas themed. And don't forget, in season 7, guess what? Everybody loved that season because, well, it just felt so good. And guess what? Yeah. There's theories of us going back to the chapter 1 island. This is starting on a weekend. If everybody loved that one season and everybody loved that one old map, then that means we're going back to that. We're going back to the chapter 1 map. Or maybe other YouTubers are saying stuff like, I'll see you on the flip side, which maybe means after that live event, we maybe went to the flip side and we got to this island.
Like our PK was saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
So let's land over here. Okay. Anyways, this is starting to all tie up. If you know, so remember the Travis Scott items?
Yeah, they got removed because...
No, not that. I'm talking about, like, the skin, the Astro World skin.
Yeah.
Well, for his second variant, it was him, and for his head was, like, a planet Earth thing. Yeah. And I'm not even joking, on one side was the Chapter 2 island, and then on the other was the OG island. Which means I'll see you on the flip side, leaks in with under us is actually the old map.
You're a legend.
This also explains why we had to have so much things that relate to the OG map. Like example, that also explains why we have stuff like Pleasant Park. No, or like stuff like, what's it called? Or stuff like, you know that like ice cream place that's at Believer Beach, that's on that like dock?
Maybe.
I'll mark it. I'm pretty sure it's called the So Freeze. Look on your map.
Yeah.
Anyways, that place. Oh, hang on, I'll mark it. That place?
Yeah.
Anyways, that one place is named the So Freeze, I'm pretty sure. And that was actually from the OG map, which means that also companies would also be on this island because don't forget that some companies are all worldwide.
Yeah. Bro, how does this person reach?
I'm out. I can't shoot at them.
It's always from the back. Like, I always get hit from the back.
Sorry, dude, you gotta wait. I can't get him.
Huh?
I don't know. I think we should just stop playing this. Anyways, this is starting to explain why people are saying see you on the flip side and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can't forget that because you can't also forget that everybody loved Season 7, and Season 7 was around Christmas.
Yeah. That's a big one.
And people are thinking that we might go back to the OG map.
Yeah.
Everybody loved the OG map. Everybody loved that one season. It started to link in. For the beginning of chapter 3, we might actually be going into season 7 and lasting for another 10 seasons. So because now we know what happens, which means that we could stop this thing from happening before it actually does happen.
Yeah.
Because for information, let's say that we go back, because if that's still done, that means we could time travel back to time.
Yeah.
Which means that we can go back before the meteor hits, which would blink in so good. And tell you why?
What?
The meteor would hit. Okay, so before the meteor would hit, we would do something. Like example, we would travel and take that rift we'll take that rift that went to that big rift in the sky. We could have transport that thing all the way back to our island, and then it gets shoot back up before the meteor crashes in. So what happens is a big rift appears, which means also the meteor comes in, and after that, both of them would collide and explode.
That's actually
Because for your information, that would also get rid of the visitor, because the visitor is inside of that meteor.
Oh.
And if he's in that rocket, well, that means both of the visitors are going to collide together. And if you didn't know, if you would kill your past version of yourself, then that means your future self would also die.
Yeah.
Which means that the visitor would no longer exist. And because of the visitor, that released the big rift in the sky, which caused real-life objects come to our map, which brings in Kevin, which he rolled over down to Loot Lake, which made that big island. Then Ice King felt that power, came over to our island. Then the prisoner escaped, went to over his volcano. He made that live event happen. Made Polar Peak crack, which had the monster. We had to have the monster versus that stuff. And the robot had to take the 0 point to harness its power, and then that leads us into season 6, when the 0 point was starting to destabilize and bring back old stuff.
Yeah.
You see where this is starting to leak in?
Yeah.
If we get rid of that one meteor and collide the visitor with them, then we would not be in this position that we right now are. We'd be totally out. And from that power from the explosion, Galactus felt that power, which means he started to come to our island. And then after that, because he failed, that leads us to season 5 when it's all sandy. And because of that, the 0 point's starting to destabilize again, which means that we need to fix it with the spire. But guess who lives at the spire? Raz does.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's been studying about the cube, and actually the aliens have tricked him. So then after that, the aliens come to our island, try to get the 0 point, but they failed. But guess what? We try to take them down. We figured out Kevin the cube. There's thousands of Kevin cubes, and guess what happened?
What?
We made all the Kevin cubes come down to the island, which made the Cube Queen come to our island.
Yeah.
So if that meteor never came, then we would not be in the position that we right now are in.
Yeah. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, if you start to link stuff in, you can start to